I'm Reggie. Reggie's the best. Okay, I need to turn off my PlayStation 4 controller because it is losing battery for no reason. You know what I don't like about this thing is that it takes like 3 pushes to turn it off. It's actually less convenient to turn it off than it was on PS3. And turning off the PS4 is 1 button. So it's easy to accidentally do that. That makes no sense. You can't accidentally turn off the controller, but you can accidentally turn off the system. That makes sense. Alright, so what are we doing? We're talking about all these games? Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Yeah, we are. 2013. I think this has, well, obviously, like any end to any generation of games, has a lot of the best of the generation. Yeah. Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I think so.
We got some strong titles, and they're pretty spread out across genres and such. So.
Yeah, I think the strongest.
Yeah, I would say that. I think 2013 was the best year I've seen for games. 2011 was pretty good too.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I'm gonna start with. Well, we're gonna go from like January till now. I'm gonna try to go in somewhat of an order here.
And we'll definitely try to point out for each game something that was notable about them, why we're talking about them.
Yeah. And games that don't have anything notable, I'm just gonna say their name and skip over them. No. Who cares? Did you say please don't or please do?
Please do.
Oh, okay. Alright. So, first game, Ni no Kuni.
Yeah, that's my first one too.
Wow. Look at that.
I think that came out in the first few days of the year.
Yeah. It was in January. So, that was a pretty neat way to start the year.
Yeah, really, I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it because it's so...
Did you beat it?
No.
Neither did I. Like, it's basically the only game this entire year I bought, played, didn't necessarily dislike, but didn't finish it.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe my feelings because I don't dislike it at all.
Yeah, and
I just couldn't... I don't know, it was weird.
There's no way I can say it's not good. It obviously is, and it was kind of, like, I liked it, but once I don't know how long I played, maybe 20 hours, and I was like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think I got around 20 hours too, and and for me, I think it was the story. Like, it was just...
It was kind of too childish.
Thin, yeah. I don't know, I don't mind if it's childish, because, like, Ghibli, who did the animations in it, all their... Yeah, no, but, like, all their movies are childish, but I love all of their movies. So I don't think it's that it was childish, I just think the story was really thin. Like, there was... Like, his mom got lost, and then, like, that's all that happened. And there was just all this random, like, talking cats, and just filler. And, yeah, I don't know.
It's obviously one of the best looking. You can't go wrong by whatever kind of style that is.
like cel-shaded? Yeah.
It was kind of like storybook shell-shaded or something.
Yeah,
Shell-shaded.
really...
It's a new thing. Everything's a turtle. Alright. So,
I really liked the world map too, it was cool.
Kind of forget how that worked.
It was kind of top-down, not really top-down.
Oh, right, that. And you could, like, see a small version of the town, and then you go in.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, I guess. It
really old school.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was too slow for me. And, you pitched the gameplay to me or whatever, and it's like, it's very similar to Pokemon, but it just didn't, I don't know, didn't work for me. I didn't care enough to keep playing. But, it's pretty cool. Alright. What do we got next here? I got down Tomb Raider.
What?
That was something. These aren't in complete order.
Okay, like, because the next one that should be in order is Dead Space 3.
Oh. Well, and something else. I know something came out on that day, but do you want to do that then? I've got them somewhat in memory of when they came out, like within a month. Yeah.
Dead Space 3. Well, I got Dead Space 3 because I randomly got Dead Space 1 and it was great. And then I got Dead Space 2 because Dead Space 1 was great and Dead Space 2 was also great. So then I got Dead Space 3 because the first two were great and it freaking sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so disappointing.
Can't say much different.
Like the first half an hour felt like it was trying to be Uncharted, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like that's the opposite of what you're supposed to do."
Pretty much pulled Resident Evil. I don't know. It's like it's weird. Like I liked the first two all right. They're pretty good, but no, this one it felt like uninspired or something.
Yeah, I was bored.
Yeah, it was actually a boring game. Like, I don't say that about many games.
Yeah, like I couldn't play it more than like half an hour.
Yeah, so, who cares about that? Let's not talk about it anymore.
Fair enough. There'll never be a Dead Space 4, so...
yeah, I don't think so. They didn't make millions of dollars, so...
Yeah.
Well, they probably did, but not enough millions.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if we're going in order, then I'm pretty sure this game came out on the same day, which was Sly Cooper 4.
Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Right, yes.
You didn't play it, right?
I did not.
Well, I did, and I didn't play the first... Wait... I don't know if I played I forget if I played the first one before it or after it. After it, I think. Honestly. No, maybe before. The first three. Whatever. You did play them?
On PS2, though.
Yeah. Well, I played the first one, and then I was going to play the second and third, didn't really get to it, wanted to play this. It was $40. Why not? Get the Vita version also. I didn't play it on the Vita, even though I played most crossed games on the Vita. So it seemed more like a console game, so did that. It was good. It was like pretty much the same thing as the first three, I'm assuming, even though I only played the first one.
Was it hilarious?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Good. I don't know. It's not like... I guess it's kind of similar to like Uncharted humor. It's just kind of silly.
Yeah, it's so funny. Oh my gosh.
It was nice looking, played well.
Was it like because like you said it was $40? Was it like short? Like a
no.
It was regular length.
Solid. Like that Ratchet and Clank game just came out. That's $30. They're just kind of, I don't know. It wasn't like a lesser game because it was less. It was just an experiment with they were doing, I guess. And you got a free Vita version. Pretty cool.
A free Vita.
Free Vita. By Sly Cooper, a free Vita. Oh yeah. I guess it was nothing super special. It's not going to win any Game of the Year awards, but it was a good Sly game.
Right.
It was pretty funny.
Did you platinum it?
Yeah. Yeah. I had to use the... you could like set up the Vita at the same time as it and use it as some sort of like X-ray device. If you like
that's
held it
awesome.
up to the screen. Yeah. It's pretty cool. And you could like see treasures. It took me forever to like actually get the last few things, even with that. But that was pretty fun. It was enjoyable collecting all the stuff, which doesn't always happen.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
That's most of the reason I don't do trophies. It's just not enjoyable.
Collectibles usually aren't, and a lot of games do that for no reason. Like Intel and shooters, it's like, this is stupid. Why is this here? Stop pretending that this game
audio logs
is more. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna enrage people. All right. So now you want to move on to Tomb Raider?
Yeah, because I love that game.
Nah.
We have different opinions on it, but I totally know what you mean. Like, I get your argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it's just like a generic... But I think...
It's like a generic, great action game. I don't know.
Right,
like it's so great. It's well made, it's well acted, whatever, but everything's so... There's nothing special about it.
Okay.
It's like standard.
See, okay, do you remember Dragon Quest 8?
No. I've never played any of those.
Okay, well...
I probably should.
It is like, probably, like, the most... not generic, yeah.
Standard.
Like, the mechanics, I guess, like the battle system is the most generic RPG you could ever think of. Like, it's 3 characters versus 3 monsters, and you hit attack, and sometimes you hit heal, and whatever. But, like, it does all of those things so well that it got, like, 90 on Metacritic or something. And I think it's the same thing for Tomb Raider. Like, there's nothing really, like, different about it. It just does everything really well.
Yeah. I feel like that's its problem is that it's equally good at everything. I don't know. That doesn't even... it's so hard to explain.
Like, you mean it doesn't have something that stands out about it? Yeah. Like, her performance is really good or something?
Like, you can say, like, Uncharted, everything's really cool, but it has this humor that nothing else can really do well, and the writing is clever and whatever. But, I don't know. Because it was, like, kind of serious, but it was like, I don't really care.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I feel
and it also wasn't believable because of how she's like, oh, I can't do this. Die. And then they make this new trailer for this new version, and the entire trailer is just her shooting people in the face. Okay, what do you want this game to be about? Make up your mind.
Yeah, I felt like all the supporting characters were really flat too. Like, they didn't.
It just seems like the game, like the easiest game to reference when you're trying to explain how games put too much money into things when, like, it doesn't even accomplish anything with all that money.
Right.
It's just accomplishing this standard of AAA. It's like
making it good.
I don't know.
Well, no, it accomplishes making it good.
Well, yeah.
But it doesn't accomplish making something stand out because money can't buy that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like it's a game made of money, not talent.
There
we go.
Okay.
They should put that on the box.
We made this game with
and we didn't get any money back from it, even though we got like 6 million copies or whatever it was. Alright. What do we got next? Well, I know something else was also in January, but I don't think you played it. DMC. You haven't gotten to it yet?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I did not buy it.
Never played... What?
I was just about to say I'm playing through the collection now.
Yeah. Alright, well, I won't, like, say anything. Well, I'd never played the originals. I just wanted to play this because I was like... I wasn't into action games back when that existed, I guess. Well, PlayStation games, I guess, because that was I guess 2 gens ago now. PS2 and stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, I got into God of War this generation. Well, last gen. Okay, this is annoying. I got into God of War on the PS3, and then I played the older ones, and I was like, well, this was cool. I should have liked this earlier. And basically, I knew the same thing was going to happen with Devil May Cry, because it's pretty similar, so... Except it's
actually, the first one is really, really good.
Yeah.
The second one is not, and the third one is really good.
I've hovered over, like, buying the collection online a couple times, and I was like, that's quite like 3 games I gotta play.
Yeah, I remember they did, like, the PlayStation sale, and
it was like $15 or something.
Yeah, but I didn't do it, and I spent $30 on it, but I know it was worth it. And
I'm too late now.
Yeah, well... Yeah, I'm playing it along with a lot of other things, so I'm moving along slowly. But no, it's good. So the reboot was also good?
Yeah.
What stood out about it, other than Dante's abs?
There's, like, a lot of stuff online with, like, saying the writing is purposely over the top, like...
Obviously.
Like, no, but, like, writing him into a character that means nothing or something. Like, he's just generic ass. Like... I don't know. I kind of don't agree with that.
Okay.
I like his character. Like, I have nothing to compare him to because I didn't play the other ones. So I don't know what he's like compared to what he used to be like. But I assume it must be similar.
In the first one, there's literally one cutscene.
Oh.
And so he only has a few lines. And in the second one, it's kind of the same thing, I think. The third one is the only one that has, like, a story. And he's just, like a cocky, like, I don't know, it just says the corniest things you could think of.
Yeah.
Like, he fights this one demon in the third one, and gets blind or something. So he's like, oh, I smell a human around here or something. And he, like, sniffs himself. Dante, like, sniffs himself. He's like, oh, I guess I should have worn cologne. The stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, it's an anti-joke. It's, like, the most obvious thing you could say.
Yeah.
So...
that's pretty similar to what he is in this. I don't know. It was just fun. And it looked really cool. The way... I think that's different than the older ones. The art style was kind of like all swirly, and there's like things breaking around all the place, and there's like a bunch of colors, and it's all like red and purple. It's creepy looking, but it's cool. I don't know. It's very interesting looking, and like the score like flashing up on the screen is all fancy.
Yeah, that's definitely from the other ones too.
Yeah. Pretty
fun. I do want to play it.
Alright.
Was it short?
What's an action? I don't know. No, maybe. There's an action game length.
Right.
I don't think it was shorter than like 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I think that's all for January. So...
we've reached all the way to March already.
Yeah. Well, kind of. Still, you haven't played this yet, or I don't know if you're going to, but Fire Emblem Awakening.
Freaking, you better bet I'll play it.
Yeah. I had never played Fire Emblem before this. It kind of, one of the reasons I wanted to get a 3DS. It's pretty great. I played XCOM last year. Actually, I played it like at the beginning of this year. The one from last year, though. I didn't think I liked strategy RPGs, or, well, strategy games. But that kind of changed my mind, and then I was like, oh, this is like that? Well, maybe I'll try this. This was also awesome. It's weird, because like, I've always been a Nintendo fan, but I never even paid attention to Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, it was outside of Pokemon and Mario, so...
even them being in like Super Smash Brothers and me liking those characters in Super Smash Brothers, nope.
Yeah.
Just skipped them. Probably shouldn't have done that because this one was pretty great. A lot of people said this was the best one though. So.
Okay. I remember when I bought a Wii. I don't know why, but I bought. I think it's called Fire Emblem Path of Radiance or something.
Yeah.
And I think I was just too young. Like I just didn't understand.
Yeah.
Like, so I only played it for a bit.
That's probably why I never played them, because I was like, that doesn't look like fun. What is this?
Yeah. So, but I know now. Like seriously,
so smart.
Like Pokemon, whatever. But I really just want a 3DS for Fire Emblem.
Yeah. Characters are pretty interesting. I don't know. There's kind of like silly relationship building in between everything that kind of doesn't matter, but they pretend like it does. I don't know. That was the only thing that kind of dragged it. They didn't even drag it, but it was like, this is kind of silly. You just like build partnerships between your team, and they kind of seem like they don't care or that they're talking to each other. Yeah. Otherwise, like the combat was like pretty intense. If I would have played on the mode where you die, if your character dies, they're gone, I wouldn't have enjoyed my time.
So it's a hard game.
Yeah.
Is it rated E?
I don't know. Might be T.
So who would you recommend this game to?
Anybody with a 3DS. Well, strategy fans, obviously, but I don't know. I don't know how to get somebody into the. It's probably a good game if you don't know strategy games to get into, as long as you're playing it on not the permanent death mode. Not a good idea.
Right.
Because a big part of the strategy is letting people die so that somebody else can survive. Yep. Great game.
Cool. All right, can I do one, and then my second one is one I think you didn't play?
Okay.
So this one came out in February, I think it was a few days before my birthday, so I think you might have forgot it or skipped it.
Oh.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance?
Oh, yeah, that was the next one on my list.
Again, we have different opinions on this one. I just did not like it.
Didn't you sell it, like, quickly?
Oh my goodness. Okay, for everyone listening, this is, I do not support the used game markets. I don't care if you do, like, that's your own business, but I like to, whatever, support the devs and all that crap, so I do not sell my games, and I do not buy used games. I freaking sold Metal Gear Rising Revengeance as quickly as I could. It was so disappointing, oh my goodness.
It's so fun.
No. Okay, maybe, but, like, I don't even really play Metal Gear Solid to have fun. Okay, they are really fun.
It's not Metal Gear Solid, though.
I know, it's like a new thing, whatever, but I don't know, Raiden is the main character in Metal Gear Solid 2, so yeah, he's cool, but I don't know. And like, it feels weird saying I didn't like it because the writing was bad, because the writing is not that great in the regular Metal Gear games, but like, it was just so bad. It was a new level of bad.
It's weird. I can say that. It's a very weird game as you go through it, like some of.
Well, I didn't finish it, but like, just like evil villains laughing like, like, it's just like, it makes me so mad.
It is. I would probably say it's like, it's not as fun or interesting of a game, like action game, as Devil May Cry or God of War, but it's definitely harder. Like, if you play those games on harder difficulty, it's ridiculous. Like that, I was playing on normal, and the like final boss took me forever to beat him. Like, it's ridiculous.
I remember one of the first bosses is like a huge difficulty spike. Like it's like a saber tiger, and it has that tail.
Yeah, it is.
You remember it? Yeah. I don't. It looks really cool. Remember how far I got.
Nice looking game. It's all silver.
I remember it felt. Some of the controls felt really cool. That felt cool to do that.
Yeah, because Raiden is just cool. It has to feel cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know really how much I'm into that studio either. Like, they did Bayonetta and Vanquish. And
Vanquish is amazing.
Okay, I don't know. That's just another, like, I couldn't handle the writing. Like, it's just so... Like, you go get him, kid. Like, what are you saying?
I haven't played Bayonetta, but at least the other two I have, they seem like games that are just for people to play and, like, continuously repeat playing to get better at. I don't know. It's one of those games. It's not like a story game. Definitely not.
Yeah, no. They are into, like, the mechanics of their games.
And it's into, like, perfecting those mechanics.
Yeah.
All right.
Which, that's a cool thing, because not many people do that, I think.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. My other one that you didn't play, is a random indie game that came out on the Vita that I played in one sitting when I was sick. Thomas Was Alone.
Oh yeah, I played that. I didn't. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
And it was so simple too.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, it was a really cool idea. You play as like blocks, and each block has a different like not ability, but like weight and physics. Yeah, so like one can jump really high, but another one can like float across water, and and you use it to solve puzzles. That's literally the whole game, but it's really simple. Like, it was $10, but yeah, it was
inspirational narrator.
Yes, and it was just one of those things where I just like laid in bed with my headphones on and the Vita like super close to my face with that like amazing screen that it has, and just played the whole thing. It was a nice memory. I think that's why I really liked it.
Yeah, I didn't even get through all of it, but it was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, it's not amazing or anything. Just
yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. So the next few months, I think
Did you not play God of War Ascension?
No, this was like my transition period moving, so I didn't play much. Yeah, so for the next like 2 months, I think this is all you.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's only, out of the next like 10 games or so, there's only 2 of them I think he played. So, I'll just, well, God of War Ascension is, obviously since it's the newest, it is like the best mechanically, and it was really solid and smooth. It's a stupid multiplayer that shouldn't exist, as same with games like Tomb Raider. And
I totally forgot it even had multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why they missed their marketing numbers. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. So gameplay obviously is solid. Obviously, it looked better than any of the other ones, but as many people have pointed out, it's not the best writing-wise or story-wise, because they're just going back and kind of filling in gaps that they didn't really need to fill in.
Is it like, because I know the PSP one...
Yeah, it's first.
It's the very first.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
There's like God of War Ascension, then there's one of the PSP ones is 0.5, then there's 1, 1.5, 2, 3.
Oh, so there's nothing in between 2 and 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's just my memory.
God of War 2.5 announced.
Yeah. God of War, best looking one, best playing one. It was just as difficult, but it kind of had a pointless story that didn't need to exist. And
I was just about to say, what's it even about? Because he wasn't a god. They just
threw in these like harpy things, and they were like, yeah, Kratos was going after these things to do. I don't even remember what happened. But I don't know.
Fair enough.
It seems like it's like their test before they do the next real God of War. I don't know.
What?
Doing that.
You think they're... Yeah, I think they're going to.
I don't know. Apparently they're working on some shooter or something.
Oh, so stupid. But maybe, I don't know, I thought like when Ready at Dawn announced freaking, what's it called? The Order or whatever. I thought, because Santa Monica, they don't own them, but they like publish them or whatever.
They help them.
So when they said they're working on a shooter, and then when Ready at Dawn announced that, I just assumed that's what they were talking about, but I guess, I don't know, maybe not.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Although Guerrilla might be working on like an open world RPG, which would be
amazing. But they have to announce it soon, because like Ascension... Well, I guess it only came out a year ago, but...
Yeah. Still. I don't know. Who knows? I guess that game is nothing special, but it is great. I think it kind of suffers from Tomb Raider-ism, too. It's like, it's a bunch of money thrown into it, but it doesn't stick out as anything special anywhere.
Right.
It's just a solid game. Next, you definitely didn't play this, even though definitely one of the best games this year. Guacamelee. So fun. Whoa. Man, I don't think I'd ever actually played a Metroidvania, or so they're called, because I've never played Metroid or Castlevania, which is where that comes from. If you didn't know. Yeah, but it's just you run around, you're punching things, jumping around, dodging things. It's just a platformer kind of, walking back and forth, getting abilities, getting new, discovering new ways to open up pathways to go different places. Played it on the Vita because the screen is wonderful, and...
Is that only on PlayStation?
Yeah. Well, it was, and then it went to Steam.
Right, okay.
And now, hopefully, it'll go to PS4 like the other, like, Flower and them did.
Right.
That would be great. I would replay it for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I've never played one of those games before, and this one was great. It had a bunch of... It was funny. The only thing is that it's obviously made by a small team, and there was no, like, voice acting. It was just kind of these weird, awkward text bubbles coming up, but it was, like, literally, like, cell phone-looking text bubbles coming up. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. Very fun. And it's like very difficult, but it's similar to like Dark Souls or whatever, where you just have to learn what you're doing wrong, keep repeating things till you do it right.
Right.
That goes for the combat and the
platforming. Was it rewarding though?
Yeah.
That's good.
And the platforming is also very like specific, especially like jump, because there's like different ways to jump around and extend your jumps and stuff. Now, that was good. If you want pure gameplay, though, basically, and some funny stuff.
Right.
All right. Well, you played this one, BioShock Infinite.
BioShock
we don't need it. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty great.
It's so amazing. It has the best AI character. No, Ellie's better. Yeah, Ellie's better. Sorry.
Ellie doesn't throw things at you and force you to turn around.
Other people.
Yeah. Who wants somebody that throws things at you? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like immediately after finishing that game, I was like, that was amazing. But it kind of died down. It still was, but...
Except you said the ending ruined it for you.
That too. I don't know. I think I was just surprised because of how much I don't care about the first BioShock. I was just playing this one the same reason I played Grand Theft Auto. I was like, I'm just going to play this so that I can say I played it and I didn't like it. But then I did like it and I was like, oh, okay.
So it's the video game equivalent of The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, pretty much. That's actually very similar, yes.
Yeah.
But except I did like BioShock 2, which is awkward. Let's not get into that.
BioShock Infinite. Okay, so what stood out about it? Well, let's start with everything.
Oh. The skyhook line was pretty cool. Getting around.
Using the what do you call it? Like the atmosphere, the look of everything was amazing. It was like bright, pastel color, like circus.
That's actually something I don't really like about it, honestly. I didn't like how it looked.
I liked it. What else was good about it? Well, Elizabeth was amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of the few games that actually tells a story rather than like looks into characters or like fakes a story. It had an amazing story to tell, and it told it very well, which is also very hard to do. Yeah. Did I say Elizabeth already?
Yep.
Okay. Troy Baker. Okay.
Troy Baker wins by doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he was good and everything. What he did, but I just feel like he didn't really do anything.
Well, the song when they sing, that's pretty great.
Yes. Yeah, but I mean, like obviously the focus was on Elizabeth and Comstock. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah. And he's just kind of like confused the whole time.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, he did well. I don't know if he should have been nominated for best voice actor for that role. He didn't really demand much of him.
That would be Joel. Yeah. Pretty great. I don't know what else to say. I think this game doesn't have Tomb Raider syndrome.
Yeah, because it's like genuine.
Yeah. It has like, it's unique in some way. It matters. It's not just...
Yeah. And sure, it was like really expensive to make, I'm sure. But yeah, there's more to it.
And it's like a world. Like it's a specific world that you can talk about. Colombia. You think of some other game that's in some random place you don't even know. Like you can't care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty fun.
Cool. Well, I have one that you did not play.
Alright.
Remember Me?
No, I did play.
What?
Yeah,
you were just waiting for that moment.
Not good.
But did you play it all?
Yep.
How much did you spend on it?
I rented it.
Oh. Okay, well, I wouldn't call it not good.
I don't know.
I would call it good.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Go on.
Like, obviously the fighting was really boring.
So random. I think that was like the dumbest attempt at making something different. I don't know.
Yeah,
like they didn't want to make a button masher or whatever, but it's not fun.
It was. Yeah, I don't know. It's just average. A lot about it was average.
Yeah, but okay. See, that's what I think. There's like this weird. You just said that everything about it is average. Like that's what I think about Tomb Raider, but like on a level above. Everything's average about Tomb Raider, but it's all good. Everything's average about Remember Me, but it's not really good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And like
It is different though.
It's like weirdly linear. Like sometimes games can be linear and they don't feel linear, even though they are very linear. Like Uncharted.
The Last of Us.
Or that, yeah. Like this one, it's like, okay, I'm walking down a hallway. Wow.
Yeah, and it told you with like arrows what ledge you had to jump to next.
That's just pushing it way too far.
Yeah. I thought the memory remixes were really cool though.
Yeah, those are pretty fun.
There's only 3 of them though.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, whatever. I don't even really remember what the story was about.
Nobody's gonna remember it.
And yeah, I didn't hear anything about that studio, but I just assumed that it's not happening anymore.
No. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And it came out a week before The Last of Us, so that's hilarious.
Yeah. Just didn't cut it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard, like, I've barely heard anybody ever even mention that game, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Even sometimes bad games, like, get mentioned sometimes. But no, nobody even remembers
Bad luck Remember Me.
Alright. Is that all you have?
Yeah.
For right now? Okay. Well, this game came out on PC not this year, but it came out on PlayStation this year, so that's when I played it. Spelunky.
What are you even saying? Spelunky. Oh, okay.
You've heard of it, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man. Well, it's a little dungeon explorer thing, kind of, but it's 2D, and it's platforming, and you jump on things.
What's the goal?
You have to get from the top of the stage to the bottom, and go through a door, and you're at the next level. It's like a vertical platformer, kind of, but there's like ways to climb back up through with a rope. You can bomb things to open up. Like it's randomly generated too. I should probably say that, which is why it's good. It's a huge part of why it's good. You can just keep playing it, and you kind of have to keep playing it because it's like Dark Souls or whatever, where it doesn't teach you anything. It teaches you how to jump. It teaches you how to run, and then it's like play, which is cool. And you just have to like find out how each enemy can attack you and how you have to kill each enemy, how to use each item. It doesn't even tell you that like shops exist, but you can find them sometimes and you can buy items that it doesn't tell you how to use, and you have to figure that out. So you just keep playing things over and over again until you get farther and farther.
Is it difficult?
Yeah.
That's good.
When you die, you have to restart the entire game. But like at the end of each world, there's 4 levels in each world, and there's 4 worlds, I think. At the end of each world, you can, if you bring something specific to the end, you can give it to this guy, and he'll give you a path or a shortcut to start at world 2, and then same with 3 and 4. But you have to bring like specific things to him, and again, until you get there the first time, it doesn't tell you what you need.
Right.
So, yeah. Very fun. It's addictive. It's like you die and you're like, you don't care. You have to try again and beat what you just did.
Which that's awesome. It's really hard to do that.
Yeah. Very fun. Another game that's complete opposite reaction from me, but same. It's kind of similar. It was on PC before this year. Came to PlayStation this year. Terraria. Tried it. No, not doing it for me. I think it's way better on PC, I guess, because of how it controls, but it just...
Is that a level creator or something?
It's like 2D Minecraft.
That's all it is?
Yeah. It's like 2D Minecraft. It's kind of similar to Spelunky on how it looks. With like...
Right. Yeah, I've seen trailers and stuff.
Completely uninterested me. I played it with Emma for... I bought it. I was like, this is going to be cool. Nope, that was a waste of money.
Was it $10?
Like it, though. No, it's 15. Didn't like it.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Next game, also didn't play this, Soul Sacrifice. I had literally no idea what this game was before I bought it. I kind of avoided everything. I just knew that it had good music because there was just one video of music from it, and I was like, that's cool. For some reason, even up till when it was out, I thought it was supposed to be similar to Dark Souls and stuff. Nope. It is like a Monster Hunter clone. Guess what? I've never played a Monster Hunter game either. I didn't even know that genre existed. It's basically you just go through random levels and you have these powers and you just walk around and you kill monsters with them. But it's not like super action-y. It's like, I don't know, I was going to say input-based. Everything's input-based. It's just like you push square and you shoot this fireball. You push triangle, you shoot this ice arm. I don't know. It was kind of... I did like it. I don't know if I will go try that genre again.
It sounds like it would just get monotonous really fast.
Always. Yeah, it's extreme. Like, it's like the definition of repetitive, but I was enjoying myself. I don't know. I don't know why I like this game, because if I talk about it and think about it, it's like, that's boring, and I'm literally doing the same thing over and over again, but it was kind of fun.
Was there,
Story?
Like, not a story, but like an end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's there was a story. So, you're just playing through like this book, and there's like side missions with extra characters that you can unlock as partners. It was alright. I liked it. I don't know why I liked it, but I liked it. Now this next game is a series that probably should stop existing. Dead Island Riptide. I didn't really like Dead Island, the first one. This game I had no plans to get, and I only got it so I could play it co-op with Emma, because co-op is fun. And
wait, somehow I watched you play co-op with her. How did that happen?
Wait, what?
I remember, and there was you had like electrical wire wrapped around a machete, and you were showing how like the animations
are... Oh, yeah, you were here, because this came out in April.
Oh, okay.
You hadn't left yet.
Yeah, because if you look at the other players, the animations are...
so static.
Yeah.
It's totally got like Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Static, awkward animation syndrome.
Yeah. You're diagnosing games now.
Yeah. There's too many syndromes going on these days. Oh my god, Dead Island is so bad. But it's just...
You played both of those.
It's just interesting / fun / something that I bought this one. Like, it's so borderline bad. It's borderline bad. Like, there's so many things that are bad about it, but there's a few things that are somewhat addictive, and it kind of...
It's like a bad horror movie. Horror. Sorry, that sounded a lot like horror the first time I said it.
I guess, kind of.
Like, I love bad horror movies, but I know they're bad, but I still love them.
I don't love this game. I can't say. I don't like this game, actually.
Why do you keep buying them?
Well, I'm not doing that anymore. Let's just say that.
They're putting out another zombie game, so...
Well, no, the only reason I bought this game was for co-op.
So, right.
Yeah.
Was the co-op at least, functional?
Yeah. Good enough. It's got this weird system where, if you're not at the same level, you can still play with each other. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. Those games are mechanically bad, but somehow they're just fun enough that I kept playing it. Next, we got another game, co-op. Fuse. Sadly, took the EA plunge or whatever it is.
These are games that are foreseeably average.
Yeah.
Like, why? I just don't know. I'm not trying to, like, diss you or anything, but why would anyone buy Fuse? Why? Like, it's so obvious that it won't
No,
be
I
great.
liked it a lot. Like,
But you realize that it's not a great game, right?
yeah.
So I don't know. Just why would you ever play a game that's not great, or that at least that you think is great?
Co-op.
Oh,
And
okay.
Insomniac. And because when it was Overstrike, it looked cool. I thought maybe it might still be. But the story was, the campaign or whatever was just dumb, boring, and not funny, sadly. It definitely would have been if they didn't get EA'd or whatever the heck happened to it. And it was all colorful and giddy or whatever you want to call it. And then, I don't know. Yeah. But the multiplayer type mode, it's not like, it's co-op multiplayer. It's like defending against hordes of mechs and enemies and stuff. I really enjoyed that.
That's good.
It was like big, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like Tomb Raider or whatever, where it's like really good at things, but it's not doing anything super well other than that co-op mode. That's the only reason I kept playing. It was just fun. Yeah, nothing special about it though. Sadly, I wish it was.
Do you think there'll ever be a sequel?
No. Nope, it was just an awkward game. I think they were doing Overstrike. It was far enough along that canceling it would be a waste of money, but EA was like, well, at least make it something that people will want. No, not really.
But there was a good response to Overstrike, so I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just think it's because they had to. Once they got EA is just like, nah, it's not generic enough. Come on. I don't know. I can't explain.
Everything isn't gray.
Everything. There was a lot of orange in that game, though. That's nice. Another game, Far Cry, Blood Dragon. Woo!
Right.
Hilarious.
Which Far Cry 3 is one of the ones I'm upset that I missed from last year or 2012.
What, you didn't? I thought you did play it. You didn't get to play it.
I did not.
Oh, that sucks. It's pretty good.
Remember, we went to Best Buy like twice, and I almost bought it both times.
Yeah. Blood Dragon's hilarious, and it's just so stupid, and you're just like this overpowered, ridiculous guy that's just doing stupid things. It's like Duke Nukem, what Duke Nukem should still be, but wasn't.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, just a parody. Good old crazy laser shooting, sprinting, explosions, swearing, being mean, whatever.
So, like, it sounds to me like one of the biggest DLCs ever. Like, it sounds like a whole new game.
Yeah, it's what, like, DLC is supposed to be. It is a whole new game. It's not DLC. You buy it by itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, how the heck did they make it so fast?
It's a standalone game. I don't know. The only reason it's Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is because, like, it's the exact same engine and everything. And animations. They just, like, reskinned everything to be ridiculous and neon.
Oh, so it's the same map and everything?
No.
So
It just uses the exact same mechanics and animations, but they reskinned and neoned everything. And like, amplified your power and your speed and stuff. I don't know.
So it's a new map, a new world, new characters, new voices, new script.
Yeah.
How the heck did they make it in like 4 months?
Pretty big.
Well,
I don't know. I'm assuming it wasn't the same, like, team.
maybe.
It must have been somebody else working on it. Not as big of a team.
And was it like a full length? Because it's only $20, right?
15, I think. It was like 6 hours.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. I got the actually, I don't know if there was a platinum, but I got all the trophies. So, I don't know, you could probably, you can, like, rush through that game really easily because you're just ridiculously powerful. So you can probably, if you really want to, even a normal player, if you're not purposely trying to speedrun it, it's probably like 4. Maybe even 3. I don't know. I was doing everything though, and it probably took me about 8.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a very fun game. Another game, Dragon Fantasy Book 1. Pretty good. It's surprised you didn't like just randomly want to play that, because it's so basic RPG.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Like it's
never mind. No, never mind.
What?
Because you said
no.
You're surprised I didn't want to play it because the game was just so basic.
No, that was like a different sentence. I'm surprised you didn't want to play it because it's an old Final Fantasy Dragon Quest game, right. And then separately it's like as basic as you can get for that. Right. It's like really short, and there's a few different stories. I don't really know why I even played it, but it was fun.
I just read some stuff that said the story wasn't really that exciting, so
I listened to the guys after I beat it and played it and stuff. I listened to the guys that made it talk about it, and it was like a accidental thing. Like they had thought about making games, or they were, and this guy like made a game on the side, or like wrote a story, and he was just kind of fooling around, and then they just ended up making it just for fun, and then it was this. They weren't like trying to make this amazing game or whatever. They're just like, okay, you know what? Let's just do this, whatever. And it's pretty cool. And so yeah, as basic as you can get for an RPG, and just like old RPGs, it's just random, massive spikes in difficulty that you have to grind to pass. That's about it. Great racing game, Grid 2. I'm not even going to go into it. It's just a great racing game. Solid controls and the like. And then we got The Last of Us.
Oh, yes we do.
Yeah, nobody cares about that. Well,
oh man,
as we've said, it's obviously the best game ever made, probably, maybe.
Yes.
Pretty much solid everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, if you have a PS3 and you haven't played it, what's wrong with you?
Seriously though.
Yeah.
Unless you're a child who shouldn't be playing it.
Yeah. That's true. Don't even play the first 15 minutes.
Don't own the game.
That's a game where to speak of the thing that nobody cares about, the multiplayer was actually really smart and really good.
Right, because it's Naughty Dog, and they don't do things that people don't care about.
Yeah.
They don't have time for that.
Yeah. But, like, surprisingly, it's, like, completely fits the game, and is the most balanced and interesting and strategic and team-based and I don't know if I'd say fun, but it is really fun, but it's like the best of all those things that I've ever played as far as multiplayer goes. Very awesome.
Right. I don't think I even tried it once.
Yeah, that's fine too, because you still have best game.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was going to say how, like, I would look for, like, amazing stories, and The Last of Us didn't really have an amazing story. Not
them characters.
It's all about characters, which more games do that than story, because most people either, I don't know, I guess maybe
I don't know. I think. I don't know. What?
Most people aren't storytellers. I don't know. They just like creating characters.
Yep.
But like, I think The Last of Us is the only game that I don't know. It's one of the very few games where you're able to actually like study them. Like Fire Emblem, like okay, it's like a character game, but how much can you really like dig into these characters?
Yeah.
And,
not really.
Right.
Because like, it's not. For one, the like graphic detail helps a lot with that.
Right. Yes.
Like, just seeing him, like, look at his watch or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, make a little motion with his eye. It's like, oh, yeah. I know that feel.
Yeah. The feel sweat. That's mostly what I meant. Yeah. Yeah.
They know how to do the little things and the big things. Everything.
The big things, like... Fuck, I don't know.
Death.
No, I was trying to make a pun about when Allie found the magazine, but it didn't work.
Yeah, and even in that, like, you get something hilarious, like one of the best lines of this year of any game.
Yeah.
Like humor-wise.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In the darkest game. It's like,
and a lot of the humor came from, like, her face, which, yeah, you just don't get in other games.
Yeah. People say graphics don't matter, but yes, they do. Stop.
Right. Yeah.
They help a lot.
Yes.
Man. And Troy Baker, just holding his role as probably the best voice actor.
Yeah, he did so well. It's unbelievable.
Doesn't sound like him.
No.
You trying to be him right there?
No. Okay. No, I growled.
Yeah, he's pretty, he's pretty.
He's pretty.
Yeah. Alright.
Well, I have a game that I think maybe you might have forgotten.
Is it Muramasa?
No.
Okay.
Because that's the one after the one that you might have forgotten.
What one?
Because it's like... You might have forgotten it for like a valid reason, but The Walking Dead. 400 Days.
Oh, I didn't play that.
Huh? Huh? What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you play it?
I don't know.
It's like 2 hours.
I don't know. I forget when that came out, but I wasn't paying attention to things. If it was in the summer, it's because Emma was here. That's why I didn't play it. That's my excuse.
I think it came out a little bit after The Last of Us.
Yeah, so that's why. I don't know. I guess I could.
It's so good. What the heck, Kate? It's like 5 mini stories, like 5 stories that are like half an hour each, and there's one that you would die. Like, the characters are hilarious.
Huh.
I thought, okay, yeah, you
maybe
should
I'll
play
go
it.
do that right now. Well, not right now. After this.
Yeah, you really should, and you'll know exactly who it is when you play their story because they're hilarious.
And season 2's coming soon, anyways.
Yeah, and apparently, like, a lot of season 2 has to do with, like, it was like a bridge episode.
Yeah.
So,
alright, I should probably do that. And The Wolf Among Us, too. I don't know if I'm gonna get into that.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it on consoles yet?
Yep.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what it is.
No. They're just doing another, like, original thing. I think it's original.
No, it's based off a comic.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. It should be based off that one movie that we watched and then I would always mention.
The Room?
No. That wolf movie. Cry Wolf?
Oh my gosh. No, the Telltale should make The Room.
No, Naughty Dog should.
You have like a multiple choice answer to how's your sex life.
One of them is ignore. And then it'll be like, Tommy will remember that. Or no.
For every single question or time that you can choose a response, one of the responses is, I don't want to talk about it.
You can just shut down every like storyline by saying that. And the game just ends. You don't want to talk about anything.
You You could give all the female characters breast cancer.
You have control of everything. It's like Little Big Planet all of a sudden. All right. Well, I don't even remember where that came from. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Let's not continue that. Okay.
Yeah, Muramasa was Muramasa.
I don't really know why I got it. I was just like, I need a Vita game. I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
The story was nonsense, whatever. It was just really pretty.
Yeah, I hadn't really played a game like that. It was interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's like. It's just its own
side-scrolling. Nah, it's not even a platform. It's like a fighter shmup, whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah, beat 'em up.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Looked cool.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
I don't know. It seems like a game that's not necessarily worth $40, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember when it was on the Wii, that was one of the games that made me jealous that I didn't have a Wii. And I really wanted it.
It's definitely better to play on the Vita just because of how it looks.
Yeah, for sure.
Vita does bright colors well. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else to say about that? Just
no, I didn't
Japanese
play Dragon's Crown, which has nothing to do with Muramasa, but it's by the same people, so I thought I would say it.
Yeah,
which one would you say is better?
Oh, Dragon's Crown.
Okay.
I don't know. Honestly, that might be because of co-op, though, because that's, I don't know, co-op, like, automatically as evidenced by Dead Island, no matter how bad the game is, co-op makes me like it twice as much, so, I don't know, but the Dragon's Crown is definitely not bad. It's very, I don't know, it was kind of easy, but I was playing it on normal, and I guess there's a harder difficulty I could have went to. There might be multiple, actually. I think that's one of those games where you just kind of keep playing it and keep getting better. But I didn't spend enough time with it. I only went through it once.
Well, is it short?
Actually, kind of, yeah. You can't play co-op until you're half done the game. Well, not half, like a third done the game, maybe, which is weird. I didn't like that at all. And then the rest of the games you can play co-op. You're just going through a bunch of dungeons, or not dungeons. It's side-scrolling, but a bunch of areas, fighting things. It's kind of. I was always having fun, but thinking about it, it was pretty repetitive, like Soul Sacrifice. There wasn't really that much new ever happening. You're just kind of upgrading, getting new weapons based on what level you are. You get some new skills and stuff.
Right.
I don't know. It wasn't a game that kept me and made me want to play it again once I was done. I was like, okay, that was interesting. I'm not going to play it again.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. Aside
just
from
makes
things.
It makes me really happy when, like, a small Japanese developer sells a lot of copies.
Yeah.
I remember reading an article, and it was like 2 days after it launched, and it said it was already profitable. It warmed my heart.
I feel like I didn't even know who Atlas was or that they existed before I played Persona, even though I'd already played Catherine, and Demon Souls was published by them or whatever in America.
Atlas didn't make any of those
No, they
games.
didn't make them. I know. But I don't know, just the existence of it as a publisher, I didn't realize that they'd published so many good games.
Oh yeah, they're kind of like, since Square Enix started sucking,
Yeah.
they're kind of seen as like a replacement.
Yeah. They're pretty cool people. Except they just got bought by Sega or something.
What?
Yeah.
Like when?
Or wait, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I think it's Atlas. I'm pretty sure.
What does Sega even do?
Nothing.
Just buy Atlas?
Well, we got some money from these Sonic games. Some money. Let's spend it all on Atlas. I don't know. I think that's what happened. Anyways, yeah. So Atlas is cool. Then you got, well, speaking of Atlas, Shin Megami Tensei 4 on the 3DS, which is a system
I watched.
It should not be on.
It should be on Vita.
It should be on anything.
Other than
that. Like, seriously, that is easily the worst thing. Like, it looks so bad. Graphics don't matter. But seriously, it like ruined the experience. Because
Can you see that voice again?
Graphics don't matter. Like, I don't know. It seems like a game that would be definitely improved with like immersion and stuff with better graphics. Just in general, I'm just going to use the broad term graphics because it's just so nasty looking. Like when you, the only thing that looks cool is when they like have they have like 2D drawings of characters when they talk, and they like go from the back of the screen to the front, and like they're drawn well. Okay, the rest of the game looks like crap. Like when you're walking around, it looks like Nintendo 64 graphics. Like with even when they like do 3D games on the 3DS, like when they did Super Mario or like the original DS, like Super Mario 64 DS, like it's so blocky. Like this looks like that still. Like the 3DS can't. Like Persona 4 on the Vita is so pretty, and then you go. I think that's my problem. Like you play Persona 4 and like that's similar because that's Shin Megami Tensei, and then you go from the Vita to the 3DS and it's like, what is this? This is nasty. And like that's, and the other thing that I didn't like about the game is that it's really hard, but it was not fun grinding. I love grinding in games, which is weird to say because a lot of people don't. But
well, if they do it right, then it should be enjoyable.
Yeah, and it totally was not enjoyable. Even with an awesome thing, a good thing about the game is that there's a like speed up thing during fights, like auto battle.
Persona 4.
Like, but it's also there's like speed. You can just like hold R or something or push a button and it just goes through fast. That was cool, but like no, and the fact that I don't know the way you're just punished, but it's for dying and stuff, but it's not fun. It's like you can randomly die for no reason because something gets a stupid critical hit on you, and you didn't save in the last. You can save whenever you want, but if you didn't save in the last 20 minutes because you're fighting these easy enemies, but randomly this hard one appears and just kills you with a critical hit, it's like, well, that was stupid. I don't want to play this anymore.
Right. I don't know. I feel like maybe like Persona is more popular than that series now.
Yeah.
Because that was the first game in like 10 years or something. And then so they didn't want to do like a console game because it would cost so much money, and they didn't want to do a Vita game because there's not enough Vitas out there, so they just did a 3DS game. That was probably the logic. I don't know.
Well, it is. The 3DS is like by far like the best selling thing right now. Well, up to these consoles coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, the random luck and dumb difficulty, boring grinding, and the horrible hardware of the 3DS ruined that game. Which I think I don't know. I think the 3DS thing, I could have stood for how mad I was getting at dying if it was on the Vita. So I'd be like, but it looks so cool.
That's fair.
Yeah. I skipped over.
No.
What?
It was on my list of games to get when I get a 3DS, but I watched some video reviews and read some reviews, and then I was like, And all the review scores were high, but I think that's where it's really important to actually read the words because, it got an 8.5, but then I read it, I was like, it just doesn't sound like something I would really like.
Yeah. No, it's weird. I don't like it. Game I skipped over because I got into that Atlas thing was Metro Last Light. For some reason, everybody's like, well, not everybody. people have said Metro is like this great shooter series, but I hadn't played any before this. I don't know if this one's just not good, but it got good reviews. But oh my god, this was probably the worst game I've played all year. Like,
really?
Holy crap! Like, Emma was here when I was playing it, and like we were both laughing at how stupid. Like, it looks, for one, it looks horrible. It's probably the worst looking game I've played all year. I guess that wouldn't happen on PC. Like, I think like people that like it have played it on PC because it must be different. Like, I don't even know if any of the other Metro games have been on a console. I think they're all PC.
Yeah, no. The one before this was definitely.
I think it was like 2033 or something.
Yeah.
It was on console?
I think so.
Well, I don't know. Like, it was boring. It looked horrible. The control, like, the combat was... Like, it's 2013. How can you make a shooter that doesn't feel good? Like, every shooter, at least, has competent controls these days.
What was wrong with it?
It wasn't like... I don't know how to explain a shooter, like, not being good. Like you play anything, and it's just good. Like, there's this standard for shooters, and this one totally just missed it completely. Like, all the guns felt bad. I don't know how to explain it. And, like, it was choppy, and, like... I can't explain. It was just so bad. And the story... So... Like, I guess the whole thing about this series is that it's atmospheric, like BioShock. It's got this creepy, dark, serious, after-apocalypse feel, but didn't work for me. The characters didn't care about them. There's these monsters running around that were jumping around in weird ways, and they were like glitching through the ground. It was basically like playing Fallout, but it was linear. I was like, what? That's horrible. You can't do that.
Well, yeah, because so many, or like everything I see about it is like how underrated it is and how underappreciated it is and stuff.
No. I would say...
I would never play it, so...
Yeah. Weird. Completely upset by that game. Alright, I almost didn't put this on this list because I forgot about it, even though I literally just started playing it. Plants vs. Zombies 2, because I just got a phone, so I downloaded it. It's awesome. Yep. More Plants vs. Zombies. I've only played a couple of levels, but I've already watched the entire game because the guy on YouTube that I watched played it. So, yeah.
You watched him play the whole game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to pay for anything. Okay. I don't know. Free to play, whatever. I'm not even going to talk about the free to play. I'm not going to pay for anything, and hopefully it comes out on PSN and it's paid, because I will pay for it. If it's free to play, I might not get it. Which sounds so weird.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just this weird thing where, like, if I'm not specifically paying a set amount that everybody's paying for it, I feel like I'm not getting a product.
Right.
It's weird.
No, I understand, for sure.
And if it wasn't Plants vs. Zombies, I wouldn't try it. Like, I'm not going to pick up any other free-to-play game just because it's free.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, yeah, it's got some cool improvements to the first game. There's a bunch of cool gimmicks that they don't keep in through the entire game. They just kind of do it for a world. You have to use them. The only thing... I guess there was a patch yesterday that completely changed the game, because, like, I was looking at reviews. There's, like, just a couple of reviews showing while I was downloading it off the Android store or whatever it is. I don't even know. And it was like, this game was good until yesterday, and I was like, what happened? And yeah, when I started playing it, it's like they changed the world map. They had like this open world map where you could just look around and like go to whatever level you wanted, and you could get like special stars from levels by replaying them and doing certain missions. And now it's completely linear. Like, they completely changed the game, and I don't understand why, and everybody's saying it's bad, and I definitely agree. So that's weird.
What? That's very weird.
Yeah. It is very weird, and it happened yesterday. So, well, I missed out on a good game, I guess. I'm going to keep playing it, and hopefully it's not as bad as people are saying, but I have a feeling it might be. Hopefully it's not like this when they eventually release it for the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah. Alright. How about that Grand Theft Auto 5?
How about it?
Yeah.
I freaking don't play those games, you know that.
Yeah, just like BioShock, I only bought it so that I could say that I played it. Basically.
And I didn't like it.
And not worth it.
I don't know, I feel like the characters, like, I don't know. I know that the writing's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I
guess
I
can tell from the trailers that they're really good characters, well realized.
Yeah, but there's this weird thing where it's like I'm playing it and I'm like, you're trying to make me laugh. Stop. Like, I'm not just sitting there laughing because they're funny. I'm like, stop saying penis. Like, I don't even dislike that kind of stupid humor. Like, I like that kind of humor, but it's like, they're not making me laugh. They're making me think I'm supposed to be laughing.
Okay,
and then,
so
like,
it wasn't your type of humor.
It what?
Somehow.
You're quiet.
It wasn't your type of humor somehow.
No, but it was. It is. I find stupid things like that funny. Like Trevor saying, Trevor, I don't know. Everybody's like praising him, saying he's hilarious, he's the funniest character ever. It's like, he's purposely, like, specifically crafted to be that. Like, he feels like a robot. I don't know. I don't make sense.
But if they, like, tried to do that, like, I mean, if they did it...
It doesn't feel natural. Nobody feels natural.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say, if they did it in a natural way, then
I don't know.
that's good.
But, like, the characters' interactions with each other are pretty awesome. Like, when they're just, like, making fun of each other or talking about... Like, I like how they created the world, whatever city they're in. I don't even remember. Los Santos. And, like, all the characters will, like, just casually mention a part of the city that they went to this bar at or whatever. Like, everybody talks about the world as if it's real and stuff. I like that. Like, it seems like a real city. But it totally still suffers from... Okay, my problem with Grand Theft Auto is that it does everything, except maybe the writing, average. But people like it because there's so many things. But none of them are, like, amazing. I don't get it. I don't get why people love these. Like, the only reason I can see people liking Grand Theft Auto is because they're only buying Grand Theft Auto. And they're like, I can do whatever I want for hours. Okay. But, like, they're driving better in every single other racing game. And driving is a massive part of this game. People say, like, it's not a driving game, but, like, you're driving 75% of the game. And then...
Really?
What?
Really?
Yeah. Well, Grand Theft Auto is, like, auto part of the game.
So what do you think is wrong with the driving controls?
They're not... Well, they're kind of better in this game. Like, I couldn't even play 4 because it was just pathetic. Same with, like, Midnight Club, which for some reason people also like the driving. Like, I don't... They're so, like, slippery and they're not tight. You don't just... You can't, like, drift around corners, like, and be specific about your turn. It's just like you're floating there. It's really, like, floaty and non-specific. It's not even like a good arcade game. It doesn't feel like as tight as like Mario Kart or like Burnout or Need for Speed. Anything. Like, it doesn't compare to anything, and that driving is like the biggest part of the game. Then you go even Okay, you take driving, fine, that's not the entire game. Take the shooting. The shooting is done done better in every other shooter. Everything is so mediocre.
What's wrong with the shooting?
It's like you
it
just have this little
doesn't
dot.
handle well.
It doesn't. And like when you're walking around, you got this awkward, like, realistic with the air quotes. The way when you turn around, you don't just turn around. You do this weird like circle motion. I don't know how to explain anything. Everything is just. And like when you jump, you're like, you've got this awkward floating, and you can like jump into a wall, and you'll like just become stiff as a board and then fall over. It's like, what is that? Like, the action is done better in every action game. The shooting's done better in every shooting game. The racing and driving is done better in every racing and driving game. The writing is on par, I guess, with Naughty Dog. Why aren't you playing a Naughty Dog game? Why aren't you playing Fallout for a open world game? Like, everything about the game is done better or equal as something else.
Alright.
I don't understand why people like it so much.
Well, it's like
it's because everything's
done better somewhere else, but because if you want to shoot, then you have to buy a shooting game.
Yeah.
If you want to race, you can buy a racing game, but you just buy one.
Yeah. That's what bothers me about the game.
That's fair.
Yeah. I could talk about that game forever. I feel like I just did. Alright. Okay, so the best game this year is the next one. Wink, wink. Wind Waker HD. So amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, the trailer looked really good.
Whew. If there's ever a reason to own a Wii U right now, that's pretty much it. So Wind Waker, my favorite Zelda game, and this is better in every single way.
Remember that one time?
When you were playing it,
we decided to. What game did I choose? We each picked
Heavenly
a
Sword.
game. Heavenly Sword, yeah.
And Michael picked Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, we each picked a game that we wanted to show each other, and yours was Wind Waker. And the rule was we just had to like stick through it, even if it was like we hated it because you weren't excited to play Heavenly Sword,
Yeah.
and I was excited to play Kingdom Hearts, but
Yeah,
I
kind of
forget
was.
if you were not. And me and Michael just we like boycotted the whole like festival. We just like we can't play this. Like, we can't play it.
I feel like you wouldn't drop out so fast of this version.
You were so mad. Oh yeah, probably not.
Because it's just updated. It's so much better, which I like seems impossible because I like basically see nothing wrong with Wind Waker when I was playing it, like the original. But then when you play this, there's no way I can go back to playing the other one. Like it looks way better, which again didn't really seem possible. But the HD and the new or whatever they did.
Well, it was a complete remake, wasn't it? They didn't just HD it, right?
Well, it's like half. I don't know. Like I guess.
I thought they remodeled everything.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Like everything's the same. Like there's no additional content.
Right, but I think they just literally remade everything exactly like where and how it was. Just
I guess.
They just
Yeah.
I think so.
That's possible.
I think that's what he said in what is it called, Nintendo Direct or whatever.
Oh. Who, Reggie?
That's what it's, no,
Oh.
the guy.
Oh, that sucks. Too bad it wasn't Reggie.
His body wasn't ready.
But yeah, I guess I.
Now.
What?
No.
Oh. So. Okay, so basically they take the things that are wrong with the game, which I wouldn't have called wrong in the first place. They take out the slow sailing. There's easier. It's easier to sail because it gives you like quick options for pulling out your sail and your bombs and your treasure grabbing thingy. I forget what it's called. Grappling hook. It like maps them to a button that's easier to use without having to put them in your item slots and swap them out. Same with changing the wind direction. And then later you can get a sail that automatically changes the wind direction for you as you're sailing around. That's cool. So basically everything is just... Anything that was even remotely boring or slow, they made better.
What about actually controlling Link, though? Like, do you have a new camera stuff? Or
yeah, the second stick is just a regular, like, camera. Like any modern action game or whatever.
And, like, are his commands all the same? Does he the same?
Yeah. And the, like, movement speed in general, like, you can roll faster. So that's cool. And then there's like, the gamepad. As dumb as the gamepad is, and as much as the gamepad shouldn't exist, it helps the game a lot because you just, like, it always has the map or your inventory screen on it, so you can just, well, for one, you don't have to look at the map, because originally you'd have to open the map, see which way you needed to change the wind direction, put the thing in your items, use it, change the wind direction, check the map, make sure you're going the right way, then go. In this, you just look down at the map, change the wind direction without anything, and then you just go. So that's cool. And then when it's the item screen, you can just switch your items like immediately by touching it. That's awesome. So I mean, the gamepad really helps the game, but it also probably shouldn't exist, and they should take like $100 off the system.
Right.
Make it an extra thing, I guess, but that would also stop people from making things for it, I guess. Yeah. But honestly, like, it is so good. Definitely my new favorite Zelda game, even though it's the same thing. It's just better in every way. Yeah, and then you got Pokemon X and Y again. Yeah. Woo! Pokemon. I'm not even going to talk about it. There's no point.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what's going on with Pokemon. Super Mario 3D World is interesting because I feel like...
How do you have the money to buy all of these games?
Well, some of them are from trading in the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't have any of these anymore. Other than, well, Wind Waker came with the... it's on the Wii U. It was like a bundle.
Right.
My mom actually bought Super Mario 3D World because I was like, you probably want to play this because it's not... Because she, like, doesn't like Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Sunshine because they're, like, gimmicky or whatever. She's like, I can't focus. The planet's moving. I'm upside down. So I'm like, this one's normal. So, I don't know, basically the only time I've played it with her. It was pretty fun.
It was good?
Yeah. I feel like this game... It's so weird. I don't understand, like, Wii U fans, I guess. Like, this is the only game they have. Like, sometimes I feel like Wii U fans, well, I guess the extreme Wii U fans, or the fanboys or whatever, are more annoying than, like, PlayStation hardcore fanboys or Xbox ones. Because, like, they're just like, this Mario game is better than everything. This is all you need. It's like, it's not that good. Calm down. And, like, when people freaked out about Super Mario Galaxy, it was awesome, but, like, it's overrated, and people, I don't know. And same with this one. I guess, like, I wish I had 4 people to play it with. Like, then it would be ridiculous and fun. But I don't.
Right. Yeah.
And they also refuse to do online, which they really need to stop.
So it's just, like, how do I say? Like regular Mario?
No.
I don't know, like...
It's not. Which is a big reason I don't like it.
I don't mean, like, side-scrolling, whatever. I mean, like...
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
No, but you mean, like, there's no gimmick that like
right, like Galaxy
is the entire game. Like Galaxy is all about space and gravity, and then the Sunshine's all about water. Yeah, it's just standard jumping around and stuff. But my problem is that they're still holding on to this weird new Super Mario Brothers fetish thing, where it's still not you don't have a camera, you can't look around, it's locked on, fixed camera, zoomed out. It's like, I want them to go back to a standard Mario that has like portals to worlds and stuff that's 3D, like real 3D. Like this literally has 3D in the name, but you can't move the camera. Like that's annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something, but it's not this Wii U saving grace thing that the Wii U fans are like obsessed with calling it. It's really annoying, actually. Then you've got on the other system Zelda: Link Between Worlds. It's pretty cool. Came out the same day. I beat it. I've never liked the top-down Zeldas, but I wanted to try this one just to see, because I feel like I didn't like them because I didn't understand them, because they came out when I was like 3. So I didn't know what I was doing. So I don't know, but it just seems too the combat's too basic, because it's just basically spam B, because you can't like move the camera or anything. Kind of weird. The puzzles were pretty awesome for the most part. That's about it. It's a pretty...
So there's 2 big Zelda games in 1 year.
Yeah. I guess... Yeah. Yeah. Within, like, a couple months, even. But neither of them are, like, the new Zelda.
Yeah.
Which people still want. But I feel like not even that's going to save the Wii U. I don't think it can be saved.
Well, maybe not just that, but once they have, like, Smash and that and Mario Kart.
Yeah, but like once those are out, there's nothing else coming. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, it's in an awkward situation. Alright, so do you have anything else that's not PS4?
That's not PS4?
Yeah.
Let me see. Yes.
Oh, what did I miss?
Well, you didn't play either of them, so... Tales of Xillia. No.
No?
Just no.
You didn't like it at all?
I don't know. No.
I tried Grace's F and it felt really weird.
I beat all of Tales of Grace's.
Wow.
And it's essentially the same thing. The world, like the maps are bigger, so you don't feel like in Grace's F, you were like the size of the path. Like you were so huge and the path was so small. But in this one, like it's different. Like they're bigger. There's space to move around and stuff. But it's just, I don't know how I beat all of Grace's F, because it's the exact same thing. Like it's just like this random person somehow gets caught up in like this huge thing, and there's a big weapon, and don't let the weapon go off at the end. Like, it's just so stupid.
Yeah, these games are weird, I don't know.
And like a little while after I started playing it, I stopped playing it, and then I really wanted something to play, so I turned it on, and I literally played it for like 30 seconds, and I couldn't. Because where I had saved was like a cutscene. So the first thing I had to do was get through this cutscene, and I couldn't. I just couldn't. Like, and they're skippable, and I couldn't do it.
I can't skip cutscenes.
Yeah, I know. I just like, we have to jump through the hole of the volcano to stop the generator. But won't it hurt when we hit the ground? Aha! I have invented these new wings to soften the landing. Like, just stop all of it. Please stop. don't know. It's just really bad. And like, I don't know. It really depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm into that, but not very often. So yeah, just whatever. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I did like 20 hours. I can't do it anymore. Beyond Beyond Two Souls was the other one. It was a steaming pile of horse manure. in terms of like the story, the script was like just complete bollocks. Like it was just nearly. It was so childish and immature and just.
What?
It was just bad. Just like Heavy Rain. The writing is just bad. Bad writing.
Jason. They should have at least had that. Like, there should have been a guy wandering in the background of one of the scenes yelling that.
Jason. Like, okay, I'll give an example. Okay, I'm just going to say it for everyone listening, that I'm going to spoil something in the game. It's not really big, but if you don't want any spoilers for Beyond Two Souls, just skip, I don't know, to where, just skip 30 seconds ahead. But, Willem Dafoe, who's Nathan Dawkins, he gets a phone call while he's at work, and he just doesn't say anything, and then he hangs up the phone, and then his assistant is like, what is it? And he goes, my wife, my daughter, a truck, drunk driver, they're dead. Like, what? Like, it's just like,
it was all broken up like that.
Yeah. Like, like obviously it was supposed to be like, oh, he can't find the words, but it was so like, oh, it's just so bad. And there's another part, this doesn't spoil anything, where Jodie's about to like walk in this room and there's dead people everywhere, and as she's about to open the door, obviously like one of the dead people is actually alive, and he like grabs her hand. It's supposed to be really scary, and this is no word of lie, this is his line: don't go inside, only death there. And then he dies. Like, are you actually serious right now? Like, you have Ellen Page leading this game for you, and you have these bullshit lines in your script? Like, come on.
That sounds like in a weird Japanese RPG, there'll be like this guy laying in front of a dungeon that says that and then dies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you want people to respect your work by putting these like crazy good actors in them, then like give them good things to say. Like, oh, it was just. And
there
like,
was
it was just
this thing that whenever they talk about that game on like podcast Beyond, Greg Miller always brings up this part. Apparently, they're at like a birthday party, and she's talking. Jodie's talking to somebody, and she like explains how there's this ghost following her or whatever. And then the person completely ignores what she said and just like says, "Let's have some cake" or something.
Well, when during that scene, you have the option of, because you play through her whole life, and that scene is when she's like 16, and it's the first time that they let her like socialize, and so you basically like control what she tells them and what she doesn't, and you can like control like how the night goes. So I chose to like pretend to be just like a normal kid, and I didn't tell them anything, so I don't know. I didn't tell them that I had a ghost, like this entity thing, so I thought that's hilarious.
It's like they completely ignore what they just said. Some good choice right there.
But I will say, this happened with the PS2 too. When Final Fantasy 12 came out, that was the best looking game ever made at the time. But then the PS3 came out like really soon, and it just didn't matter. And then, actually, I think the PS3 came out like a year after, but still, like, then it didn't matter. I think Beyond is the same thing. Like, it's the best looking game I've ever seen.
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. Yeah, I think it does look better than the last ones.
Uh,
And then, but now it doesn't matter anymore. So yeah. And then after Beyond, I just have Killzone.
yeah.
Shut. I have Assassin's Creed, but I didn't write it down because I really haven't played it enough to say I played it this year. I'll probably play it next year.
Yeah. What about Resogun? How much of that did you play?
In total, like 8.5 minutes.
It's so good.
It's like how I said, like how I just didn't understand Fire Emblem when I was like 12.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Save the humans. Where are the humans?
Yeah,
What do I do?
I didn't understand what was going on at first.
This is incoming. This is gone. I'm like, I don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah. I didn't know what was going on the first few rounds I played, but you just basically have to play it and kind of pay attention to what's happening when certain things are being said, and then you're like, okay, that makes perfect sense. And you just figure it out.
No, obviously there's an order to it all. I just didn't bother to figure it out.
If you play on easy, it's like extremely slow, and you can figure things out.
No, I didn't. I forget what it wasn't easy, but I forget what difficulty it was.
Yeah, I got the platinum on that. It was pretty fun. It's nice challenge. It's always good.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be really
it's free.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. It looks really cool too. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Explodey. Yeah, not much to say about that other than that. Then you got Killzone. Also looks pretty. It's basically the in general with the PlayStation 4 launches is that it looks cool. There's nothing really special standing out other than Resident.
I've played a lot of it with my the headphones I'm wearing now, like pretty high quality headphones, and the sound design is really good.
Yeah. Even
like the score, which is, I don't know, maybe odd for a first person shooter, but the music is really good.
Yeah. I didn't even bother really playing with the single player. Just played multiplayer. It was good, it's balanced, but nobody's playing it, so I had to get rid of it because it would just be wasting money.
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
I'm almost done the single player, and then I will keep it forever and never play it again.
Taunting me. And then Need for Speed Rivals, pretty good racing game. I'd say it's probably not as good as the one before it, Most Wanted, but you know, it's got some Dark Souls elements. I like when these games are picking up on these Dark Souls elements, and I don't care if anything did it before Dark Souls, which many things have. I'm calling it Dark Souls. Just as you're driving around, if you get busted by the cops, you lose all the points you've accumulated if you haven't saved them yet by going to a safe house. And the more you collect, the higher your wanted rating goes up. More cops chasing you, etc., etc. So I don't know. As you have more points, it's really intense when you got 5 police on you and a helicopter shooting spike strips at you. You're like, if I crash one more time, I lose all these 100,000 points. No. Then you get it, and you're like, yeah. That was cool. It's very pretty. The rain, in it, is really good looking. I just have to say that. I like how much better, weather and stuff is. You can, even in Killzone, I don't know, you can see sun rays and stuff and particles floating in the air. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then, grass blowing in the wind looks nice, too. Battlefield 4. Yeah. It's
did not invest.
What?
I did not invest.
No, don't need to. It's Battlefield. Nothing stands out.
Did you just clap 3 times?
Yeah. And then we got this nice little gemstone knack. It's something.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to make another one.
Just point out how you've already played 1 million games on PS4.
Only 5.
I guess
I only still have 2 of them. One of them was free. Yeah, Nax. I wish it was
underrated.
Nah, slightly. Not really. I mean, I guess people have the right to give it the 6s they're giving it or whatever. Definitely not worth $60. And it's totally going to drop in price soon.
Yeah.
Like, faster than the other games. And I don't know if it's going to get sequel, but I hope it does, because it's like there's good ideas. And it's like, you go back to games like Ratchet and Clank or whatever, a lot of people say like the first one is not as good as the second, third. Like, they kept getting better. I feel like Knack has the potential to do that.
But I think the first Ratchet and Clank is better than Knack.
Yeah, probably.
Like, they got it right the first time.
I don't know. It's neat, but it's kind of awkward too, and it's not a homage enough to the games that it's trying to be homage to, like specifically Crash. It's not difficult enough in the same way, like, and it's too like linear, like chapter based linear. It's not like, they should have went more the Crash route where it's like open, you can pick a level and go to it. I feel like that's missing in games, even in Nintendo games. Like, nobody's really doing that anymore, and it kind of really bothers me, because like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and like Banjo-Kazooie and Mario and like tons of games, Donkey Kong, tons of games used to have this like this world, and then you'd have portals to levels, and like nobody's doing that anymore, and I hate it, because that's like one of the best things ever.
Yeah, and it makes obviously like collecting a lot easier.
Yeah. But no, let's just go with linear. Well, I think that's.
I heard a lot of like Knack was really overlong.
Long?
Yeah, it was overlong. Like, it was too long.
No, I don't think it was long. I just think people got bored of it.
Mm.
Like, if you were enjoying it, like I was enjoying it enough that it didn't feel too long. But if I was any less enjoying it, it would have felt too long. I guess.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, pretty okay launch. Didn't expect more, so that's...
You're right.
Until Infamous is out.
Oh.
Man, that's going to be something. It's gonna be something. Hopefully that doesn't disappoint, because honestly, that's probably going to kill the PS4, like, hype, if that game isn't awesome. Like, I feel like that game is like... Or the PS4
Yeah, but Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out the same month now.
Yeah, but that's on both systems.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it'll still help.
No, it's not about like helping it. I feel like the PS4's the hype it's on right now of it being awesome and have awesome games,
cred
is like, yeah, it's like riding on everybody's like, this is awesome because of Infamous is going to be out in March. Like,
really? Do you think that much is riding on it?
Well, at least on the internet, not to general consumer.
Alright.
But everybody, like even people that never heard of Infamous, are just like, this looks cool. And it's like Infamous versus Titanfall. It's like, why are you buying an Xbox? It's not because of Dead Rising or Killzone. It's because of Infamous or Titanfall. It seems like, from what I'm hearing. And they come
Titanfall is obviously going to sell more than Infamous.
Sell more, yeah. But I feel like they both have the... Well, no, Titanfall does have more hype, I guess, but they both are like the game that needs to be successful, at least even critically, for people to respect the system, I guess. I don't know. For the time being, until Uncharted and The Order and God 4 and whatever comes out.
Yeah.
Alright. Somehow we managed to almost hit 2 hours again. This won't happen again. I swear.
Well, that's it. Our years in gaming in 2 hours.
Yep.
It was a good year.
Yes. The best, I would say.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah. Alright. So, next week, we're going to talk about I don't know. The mystery.
We'll think about it and let you know.
Yeah. Maybe we won't even think about it, but we'll do it anyways.
Oh, stir in the pot.
Alright. Well, I'm sure it'll be A bucket of fun, whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for, again, listening to something that is 2 hours long. Because it is worth it. And you're worth it.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks. Couldn't do it without you.
They don't make podcasts like these.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, that's it. We must stop talking. I must stop talking. I went on for way too long about things like Grand Theft Auto, things I don't care about. Yeah.
Well, obviously you care about them, else
in a different way. Right. So,
I need to go to bed.
What?
Yeah, it's noon here, but I didn't really sleep that much.
Oh, you're just gonna go back to bed.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
I woke up to record this.
Oh, good thing I was like here. I guess why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I don't feel as sick as I do. Okay, I need to stop. No, it's over. Are you ready? Are you ready to end this?
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, bye.